Alright, like, share, and subscribe. Alright, I had an early morning. I'm gonna tell you really fast because I'm early this morning because I am headed. I actually was up early. I was up early today because I had to. My coworker, who's a good friend of mine, she's working on her 75th birthday. 75th. Blessings to Miss Keita. Let me go ahead and throw her name out there. Blessings to you, sister. But my behind was up at 4:45 cooking, cooking for her birthday breakfast because I could have cooked last night, but I was like, I would still have to get up and warm it up. So I'm like, I'm just gonna cook and let it be hot, you know. Anyway, happy birthday and God bless you, and pray, my sister in Christ, for many more for you. Anyway, my dog was so funny. She was, usually she get in the car. I have a medium dog and a little dog. My little dog is Smokey. My medium dog is Jayla. And she usually get in the car. She's looking out the window. She's barking at people who's taking the bus. Probably saying, bitch, you taking the bus. I don't know what she's saying, but hopefully she's not saying that. But she has a thing with barking at, just in my truck, just barking at random people just taking the bus and just walking. Bitch, you walking. Who, bitch, you walking. But I was like, you know, this morning, so I'm like, Jayla, shut up. Smokey don't ever do that. But this morning, she wasn't doing that because I got this food in the front seat of the, you know, in those hot and cold bags or whatever, reusable bags. And she was quiet. So I'm driving. I have, you know, taken her to the dog sitter, and I actually have some things in my bag because I have to return. I had to return to my dog sitter. So it's like I had to grab those things. So she's quiet still. Smokey, he knows when we're about to get, or we're close to the dog sitter, so he starts getting excited. So, you know, we pull up, and a Jeep pull up with me, who was someone else dropping their dog off. Is Smokey's girlfriend, who's a freaking German Shepherd. His little small Maltese ass. He loves a German Shepherd. And so, like a dummy, I open the door, and Smokey jumps out and runs to the Jeep right away. And Jayla, she's laying on the seat with her head stretched as far as it can go, easing her way to the bag like she's invisible. Like, get your ass out of my damn car, that's what I said. And she jumped up and got out of the car and went running right to the Jeep behind Smokey. And Jayla's bark is like, woo, 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 like a hound dog. And the guy, he heard the bark first, and then when he saw it, he was like, oh my gosh, a ferocious beast. And just started laughing. And I'm like, damn, Jayla, everyone's always underestimating your size. They hear this big bark and growl, and then boom, they see you, and everyone always laugh. I had that happen a few times when I was walking. This guy was putting something in his trunk, and Jayla came up behind him, growling like a ferocious beast, and then let out the loudest bark ever. And he jumped, and then he turned around and saw it and was like, oh my gosh, and couldn't stop laughing. Like, the smallest dogs have the biggest bark, and was just laughing his ass off. And I'm like, damn, Jayla's really not that small. She's a beagle, Australian Shepherd, and she's not like a toy beagle. She's like 50 fucking something pounds. Like, the fuck? What do you have to be 100 pounds to be taken seriously as a dog? I mean, damn, like, big dog. But everybody laugh at it. They don't take it seriously. Anyway, that was just my morning so far. And let's jump right into the word of the day. All right, I'm gonna keep this short and simple. Not even gonna go into a lot of anything because it's straightforward, and I want you guys to think for yourself. Excuse me, and I want you to apply it to your life as it applies to you. You can only win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. You remember who your God is. So I'm one of those extrovert, introvert personalities. I am a true introvert, but every test that I take, it comes out that I'm like introvert, extrovert, both. But one test that I took at work, it just says that I'm an extrovert. But either way, you have to remember who your God is, and sometimes your emotions has to be stronger than your mind has to be stronger than your emotions. And I say that because I took this personality test before, and I'll go back to it. There was like an IJ something test, but I can't quite remember what exactly which one I was, but one of the traits that I had was I was emotionally like cold. Like I don't let emotions get in the way of the goal. So I was emotionally like not like I need to care more about people's emotions, because I'll tell you, look, cry 2 tears in the bucket. F it, you feel me? Cry 2 tears in the bucket and fuck it. Like straight up. That'll be my advice to you. Like, come on, wrap this shit up. Get those tears out of the way, but we gotta keep moving. Even when I was in the Air Force, I was the same way. Like at night, we barely got sleep. So when people would be crying at night, like, oh, I wanna go home, I was like, nah, I wanna go to fucking sleep. Like, shut the fuck up. That's what I would say. Like, come on. I was a teenager. Like, come on. I love my sleep. I went from sleeping like a sleeping prince to barely sleeping. So when people be crying and shit in basic training, I'll be like, you need to shut the fuck up. I know you want to go home and you crying, but please shut it up. Like I would, that's what I would do. Anyway. So, but in any situation, your mind has to be stronger than your emotions when you get into a goal. You gotta cry those tears and get the fuck up and keep moving. Right? Alright, so anyway, speaking of bucket, double tap the screen if you're watching, please. I have viewers. Just if you double tap, that's a like. But anyway, speaking of bucket, I was on Twitter, and these two young ladies were having a fight. And the one young lady, they had a gallon, what is it called? A gallantine. I guess, what is that, like a Christmas, I'm sorry, a Valentine's, when all the girls do it, a gallantine party or whatever. And one of the girls got up late at night and pooped in the kitchen trash can. And they had their fight online. And she released a video of her Ring camera catching the young lady getting up in the middle of the night and taking a poop in the kitchen, in their kitchen trash can. Like, refrigerator to the left, stove to the right. This young lady lifted the little lid up and squatted over it and took a poop. Now, that's a ghetto child that's been abused. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but I've seen that type of behavior, and it stems from abuse. Like, grown adults do shit like that when they were abused. They shit in people's trash cans. They'll pee in your sink. Like, when when adults are abused, when adults are abused as children, they do weird shit like that. So you never know. You don't know until you like look in your trash can or go in your bathroom and find a turd in the trash can. It's like, what the fuck happened? Did she just shit in my trash can? So things like that do happen. So the Heau of the day is gonna go to two people today. One is the lady who pooped during their Galentine girl event. She got up in the middle of the night and pooped in her girlfriend's trash can in the kitchen. Heau of the day go to her. And then the other Heau of the day go to this lady through drive-through. She came through there with her wig and her lashes, and her fries were not hot enough. So she climbed through the window of the girl who was through drive-through, only to get her ass beat. The girl beat the hell out of her with a coffee pot and made her climb back out of the window and get back in her car. So the Heau of the day goes to the girl who pooped in the trash can and the young lady whose fries were not hot enough, and she went to go clock that to the drive-through girl and got that ass beat and handed to her with a french fry stuck on her eyelash. Like, literally, the girl beat her lashes off her face. Like, as soon as she started climbing through the window, that girl started beating the hell out of her, the worker. And I'm like, damn, french fries everywhere, all because of some french fries. She threw them at the girl and then climbed through the drive-through window thinking that she was about to beat the hell out of this lady, and this lady beat the hell out of her. All right, so anyway, the main topic of my video today was called, do you have a workplace bully or whatever? Or are you a workplace bully? You don't necessarily, double tap my live if you in this joint. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Anyway, so you don't have to necessarily, have a workplace bully or deal with a workplace bully, or is your boss a bully? That could be possible as well. But either way, you feel me? Have you dealt with that situation? Well, I say that, and the title of this video is Eve's book, and since we're already in Black History Month and all of that, I'm going to go ahead and run her preface of her book where she called Jay-Z a workplace bully. She released her book back in September, but why would you come out the gate calling Jay-Z a workplace bully? That's like clout chasing, I think. You can stand on, and maybe it's true, but I say you shouldn't be so fast to call somebody a workplace bully. You know what I'm saying? If you're not checking it. Now, Phil, understand that. Think you're guilty until you keep on doing it. So, if you're dealing with a workplace bully, I'm not telling you to check them and wipe their nose and beat the fuck out of them. I'm not saying that, but check them and wipe their fucking nose. But do it professionally. Let them know that you're not the one, Anyway, I know I see some viewers in here, but I need y'all to double tap. Because if you're not double tapping, then what the fuck? That's a double tap is a like. It's not sending a super thanks or some shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and run Eve's book real quick. We're gonna wrap this live up because I do not want to be long-winded, because I do want to get to what I need to get to. So let me run her book, and then I'm gonna recap it in a video. Make sure you join me every morning, and check in, tell me where you're from. If you got someone you want to wish them a happy birthday, do that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm going to skip that and I'm going to go to a playlist because I want to kind of listen to music. At first I was gonna run Eve's book, but nah, I don't want to run Eve's book. I want to have an Irv Gotti mix. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Let's go. Joe cracked the dawn. What's my motherfucking name? Are you blast in the game? And the game done chose me. To bring pain to pussy niggas and pussy hoes that wanted to say.